Hey, this is Marilyn Gigliotti.
Hey, this is Brian O'Halloran.
Hey, everybody. My name is Scott Schiaffo, actor best known as the Chulies Gum Guy from the film Clerks.
And welcome to Clerks Minute.
You're listening to Clerks Minute.
And I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Clerks Minute, the show where we break down the 1994 Kevin Smith classic, one move to Idaho and raise sheep minute at a time. I'm Blake.
I'm Kyle.
And we are here to talk about minute 23 of Clerks. And this is a nice little conversation that goes in like three different directions. So there's a lot to discuss in this really weird conversation that these two have. So we start with Caitlin and Randal's advice, which I actually agree with this advice.
Yes.
I really do agree with this. Is let the past be the past and forget Caitlin Bree.
Praise God. Preach it, brother. Preach it.
I agree with that sentiment.
I mean, what? She basically was the town bicycle,
I'll get to that in a second.
She was the town trampoline. Everybody got a bounce.
Well, first of all, we find out the answer to our question on how long Veronica and Dante have been together. It has not been a year.
7 months.
It has been 7 months. It's still a long time to not have the conversations that they fought about earlier in this movie.
They were trying to put it off as long as they could, I'm guessing.
Randal is totally Team Veronica in this entire thing. 100% Team Veronica, which I 100% respect. The fact that he actually says the chick's nuts about you. Apparently, so this is where things get weird and really, really, really strange. Dante and Caitlin dated for 5 years.
Yeah, it's cheated on you how many times?
8.5.
8.5?
Okay, first of all, I'd like to make a note. I've been cheated on one time in my life, and relationship, and kind of ended the relationship. 8.5 for one person in a 5-year span is ridiculous. So,
there's no question about it. Dante's a cuck.
Yeah, that's very nicely said. Yeah. Very nicely said. So this is where the story gets really, really weird. So
I know people throw that word around like darts at a dart tournament, but in this case, it's very accurate. He's a frickin' cuck.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one. It's funny because that's actually they referred to the word cuck actually in a song in Hamilton. I swear that's actually brought up in Hamilton before it became like the it word. It's actually in a Hamilton song. And say no to this. So anyway, so here's the story. I'm just gonna read what's written here because this just gets weird. So the story is, they had a party at John Kay's senior year. We don't know who John Kay is. That's not important.
John Crifalusi, the guy who created Ren and Stimpy?
Why not? Let's go with that. Dante gets blissed, passes out in his room. I guess John's room. I'm guessing that's the point of this. And Caitlin comes in and dives all over him. Fair enough.
Well, let's see. He's a vegetable at that point, so they put up the least amount of resistance.
Nice callback. Very nice. Nice callback. So, hold on. So, Randal even questions, that's not cheating. So, apparently, she calls out a guy named Brad's name. And why is it the first thing I think of as Brad is Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Oh, Rocky!
The first thing I think of when I hear the name Brad. Automatically. So, she calls you Brad, which is random. And then Randal just takes this into a different category. That's not cheating. People say crazy shit during sex. One time I called this girl mom.
Yeah.
What?
And the less said about that, the better. That's the last person I expected an Oedipal complex from.
So,
and we're just backing away from that, backing away.
So Dante, this is continuing in the story. Dante hits the lights.
Yeah.
Dante hits the lights. And she freaks out. Why did she freak out? Because she was looking for Brad Michelson. What the fuck? And Google machine. Brad Michelson, IMDb, with a Naked Gun 2.5.
Why the hell not?
And it says also, director, second unit director or assistant director on Naked Gun 2.5, and second assistant director on Strained Bedfellows. There you go.
Which is fitting considering where this goes.
Yes, this definitely goes weird. So she's looking for, and so then Randal wants an explanation. Obviously, don't blame him for that. She was supposed to meet up with Brad in the bedroom. She picked the wrong one. Had no clue he was at this party.
Yeah.
What? Okay. Randal reacts the same way. The girl's vile. I would say toxic at this point.
Oh, you know that you're toxic.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Sal's not here to do the reference.
That's fine with me. I'll play the reference. I don't care at this point. I have a feeling on our website, once I get it up and running, it's going to end up being a Spotify playlist on the right corner with all the songs we reference, because I'm going to end up playing them every single time. So anyway, so this gets even dumber. Do you know who... So I'm reading the script. So by the way, so for people who know, when we watch the minutes, I have the script in front of me just to check for continuity, check for lines, see if anything gets taken out, like the Helican thing last minute, and things like that. So I'm following along with the script, and I'm like, okay,
yeah,
what? So we continue on, and this is the Randal, typical Randal though. Do you find out who wound up going with Brad? Okay, in the other dark bedroom, your mother. Very funny.
Yeah, your mother.
Alan Harris.
Chess team Alan Harris?
The two moved to Idaho together after graduation. They raised sheep.
You know, right after Brad apparently became a second assistant director.
Well, Aaron Harris, I looked him up just now. I love the fact that we were reading these real people. Is actually a saxophone and vocalist. And you can go to alanharris.com. He's on Spotify, Pandora, and YouTube.
He's what?
He's a jazz player, according to Spotify. But I have to know.
Well, Alan got a lot of experience playing Brad sax.
Oh!
Hello!
Well played. Out of curiosity.
Brad wound up cleaning out his spit valve.
Oh, jeez. I wonder. Because a lot of these jazz artists in the last 5-6 years, they ended up doing on Luke Cage.
Yeah.
Because they had a jazz club in Luke Cage. And they brought a lot of actually legit artists onto the show to give promotion. So they can use the songs on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
And now he's not one of those people. I was just curious. I actually looked it up on Spotify. He is legitimately on Spotify, though.
Yeah.
And he has a bunch of stuff he's on. It's actually pretty funny. So, anyway, back to... I love how we're, out of canon, just, making up, finding out these people's real lives. And then at the end of the movie, it'll say the whole thing where, what is it, no names are real people? How does that work?
I was going to say, the characters and incidents portrayed are entirely fictitious. Any similarity in actual portions living or dead is entirely coincidental and unintentional.
Except in our headcanon that we wake up as we go along. So, okay. So.
Oh my god.
Okay, so we get back to... Okay. So, that's frightening. It takes different strokes to move the world. Thank you, Dante. Very, very, very nicely put to get out of that one. And then Randal...
It takes different strokes to move the world. Yeah, that's what Brad and Alan found out.
How did I not know that was coming? How did I not know that was coming? It takes... Okay, where was I? In the light of this lewd tale, I don't see how you even romanticize your relationship with Caitlin. Oh, and I love the second part of this.
Because he's an idiot.
She broke your heart and inadvertently drove men to deviant lifestyles. Oh, and we end the minute at Dante saying, because there's a lot of good in our relationship.
What? Where?
What?
Dude, I haven't been in a relationship, but even I'm telling you, she's trouble.
What? Where is the good here? I haven't seen anything that says good. she's cheating on you, and you're dating somebody else, which makes it even more ridiculous that you're even talking to her because you're dating somebody else. I mean, I don't understand.
I know how we said earlier, the whole double standard with females and males about having more sexual partners makes them yeah. I'm sorry. Caitlin is crossed that into being a slut because
I'm sorry. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
sorry.
She's doing this while she's dating somebody who's head over heels for her.
Yeah, obviously that is the difference, though. It's one thing to sleep with other people, but when you're single, that's different. That's completely different. This is a situation where they're together, and she's a whore, and it's just the facts. You know what I mean? It's not exactly like I'm being nice about it at all, but it's the truth. I don't understand.
And Dante is a fucking idiot.
Yeah, unfortunately, I know a lot of people like that. I
have a feeling I'll be one of them.
No, I don't think you'd be that stupid. I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of dumb people. And I don't think you're one of them when it comes to this kind of bullshit, because this is ridiculous as we're talking about this more. I mean, I know people. I was involved in a group of friends when I was in Jersey that had maybe, what was the word I'm looking for? Maybe almost like an incestuous kind of thing going on where everyone would date each other. But then it wouldn't be dating, there'd be like cheating going on, and this person would fuck this person, and then it would be this big drama thing 3 months later. I feel like I was living in a teen soap opera sometimes.
When did this become a shitty MTV reality show?
Dude, it is fucking real. This is not even a joke.
Like I said, when did this become a shitty MTV reality show?
This was my life. Like, that's the fucking ridiculous part. I lived this stupidity.
You're living a Jerry Springer episode.
It became to the point where I'd be the mediator and I'd find everything out, and I'd have to figure out what the fuck's going on.
The only thing missing is finding out that someone was sleeping with their pet goat.
Well, back to the sheep. Different stroke for different folks, people. There you go. That ties everything all together.
Different strokes to move the world.
Bah. Anyway. I got nothing else after that. I got nothing. By the way, whatever Randal's reading.
Bad.
Whatever Randal's reading, just 33% off, by the way.
Yeah.
Right there in the bottom corner. 33% off store-wide. So there you go.
Oh, must be reading the sale papers.
So there you go. On that note, this has been a fun week.
Yeah.
A very fun week. I know you're probably sick of hearing just the two of us talk, but hey, you signed up for this show, and everyone was excited about it, so deal with it. But don't worry, we have some guests coming up, so I'd like to actually promote some people coming on our show. Next week, on this very show, we will have our network director, David, coming on the show. So very, very cool. The week after will be the first 2 days of the week are actually very Clerks / shooting clerk centric, as we have Chris Bain coming on, and then
Scott
Schiaffo, and then the week after for Christmas week. This is why I said big December. Christmas week for this show is Star Wars week, as we get to the Star Wars conversations, and we have a full week of guests. We have Jason Powell from ProWrestling.net, who's a good friend of mine and a big Star Wars fan, to the point where he actually, he does wrestling audio on the pay side, and he'll do a special Star Wars episode when movies comes out, just to talk about the movie with Will Pruitt. So that's that, and then we have Pete the Retailer and Alex Robinson coming on from Star Wars Minutes. And Alex Robinson also from The Godfather Minute, so throwing that out there. And that brings us to plugs. Go to moviesbyminute.com to hear Star Wars Minute and Godfather Minute. Very, very cool. I really enjoy Godfather Minute.
So basically, if you don't enjoy either of them, you'll wake up to find a severed Tauntaun head in your bed.
Well, what I enjoy about Godfather Minute, it's only weekly.
Yeah.
They're doing Godfather Godfather Minute weekly on Sunday mornings.
Huh.
It's actually a nice Sunday morning thing. I gotta admit, it's really nice. And stop there so we don't have to get in trouble for that one. That actually costs a lot more than anything we're going to play on the show, trust me. That song costs a lot more money than anything else we play. We can get away with a lot, but I'm not dealing with that. Filling the Void Podcast Network. I meant